At this time, we're ready to bring into the ring Yearling Rams. Jacob, Yearling Rams into the ring now, please. Judging our Jacob show today is Tim Gadsby. Tim, with his wife Casey and their daughter Oakley, own and operate Greenleaf Valley in western Pennsylvania. They raise Horn Dorset and Merino sheep. Tim has had the opportunity to judge multiple state fairs along with breed shows at Louisville at the North American. Let's welcome Tim Gadsby to your Jacob show this morning. The most striking features of the Jacob are its four horns, two of them vertical in the center, and two side horns that curl alongside the head, as well as its spotted black and white fleece. The Jacob is a very old breed of unknown origins. The first importations of Jacobs to the United States occurred in the early 1900s. Like its British counterpart, the American Jacob is a small primitive breed valued for its unique features. Jacobs are categorized as a threatened breed by the Livestock Conservancy.
Well, good morning here. I think we start out with two nice bucks. I like the color pattern on them for sure. You get back and stand and look at these bucks, and there's clear some differences as far as maturity and just overall power of structure. Both bucks extremely good about their horn sets, different for sure, but still really acceptable within that breed. I like the color pattern. The buck that wins, he's just a longer bodied. He's just easier doing, especially as he goes on his rear too. But a nice pair of bucks. Congratulations.
Now ready in the ring for Jacob Junior Ram Lambs. Junior Ram Lambs to the ring, please. Placing on the class of yearling rams, first place goes to entry 1651. Craffey Farm 534. Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 109. Second place to entry 1652. Broken Rock 414. Rocco, Brian McPhee. Ashby, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 70 pounds.
I think a real easy winner here. Super good about his type, especially up on that skull. We talk about the horn set being so important on this breed of sheep. Just tremendous up there. His markings are really good on his head, and then we get down to the ground. I think this is a buck. The overall color of his fleece is ideal for me. He's kind of right in that middle for me as far as his coloration, white to black. Stands on a good set of feet and legs. Not necessarily, he's super boned up today. That's not necessarily why he's winning this class, but it's just an extra feature for him for sure. The tough pair is second and third for sure. Get some differences. Sure like to remove some of that wool below the knee on that second place buck, but I think with that excluded, he's the buck that gives us the best color pattern, especially through that head and down into that front part of his body. I appreciate that about him. We come back into a buck and three. I really like the look of this buck quite a bit, especially on the move. I like how he's built through his hock and his toe. Get back and study him as far as his color, his overall body, and I just have some questions there, carrying a little too much black for me today. Congratulations.
Our next class will be pair ram lambs. Now ready to show for champion and reserve champion Ram. Placing on the pair Ram Lamb class, first place to Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Placing on the junior Ram Lamb class, first place goes to entry 1657, Broken Rock, 432, Stoessel. Robert Biterni, Winchendon, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 64 pounds. Second place to 1653, Craffey, 655. Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 57 pounds. Third place to entry 1654, Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts. That ram weighing 68 pounds.
Really appreciate the exhibitors bringing these male sheep out. I think for the champion buck drive, for me, it's really easy. We're going to stick with that junior buck. I think from a breed standpoint and just an overall build standpoint, he kind of gets out and runs away from all the bucks in the show today. He'll be your champion. For there, it gets a little tighter for reserve. Big stout yearling buck, and then we come back to the second place spring buck we had, and haven't talked a lot about fleece today, and I think that's really where the sort for these two is for me. We're going to stick with that spring buck for reserve. Congratulations.
The Open Show champion ram goes to 1657 out of the junior Ram Lamb class, Broken Rock, 432, Stoessel. Robert Biterni, Winchendon, Massachusetts. The reserve goes to our second place junior Ram Lamb, entry 1653, Craffey, 655. Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts. There were no juniors, so we don't have a junior show champion. We'll go on and go to yearling ewes as your next class. Now showing yearling ewes. Yearling ewes is a class that's coming into the ring at this time. So here's the first trivia question for the Jacob Show. At last year's Jacob Show, Rebecca Southwick had the Junior Show Champion Ram and the Junior Show Champion ewe. Tell me the name of that Junior Show Champion Ram. The answer to that question was Crazy Train.
I think an interesting trio here. I'll be the first to admit if we can mix and match some characteristics of all three of them, this would probably be a real quick sort. But, you know, as far as we get back and study the one that's ideal on her color, ideal on her head, and it's the female that leads the class off. Super extended. Some things that when we get out here in the show ring for that breed that give her some extras, but really it's her overall type. We get back and study her. A little more freckled than the other ones, but, you know, you get in front of her and you study that head, and she's by far the most acceptable in my opinion. Where we get into challenges with her, we get into her fleece. You know, there's some things there, but I guess that's where we have to weigh some variables. The pair in 2 and 3 for me, that second place ewe, she's going to win this class if she has any more coloration on her head for me. I mean, love the way she's built, super good moving. She's the best legged one. She's just the best doing one for me, quite honestly. Put them into motion. I just think from a color standpoint, from a breed standpoint, I'm just going to challenge to win when I get in front of her head. That's such a remarkable feature to this breed that I don't think we can get away from it in a class like this. The third place ewe here, we get back and study her. Again, a big-bodied, a rugged kind of a female. That kind of gets outside of the breed standards for me, but I still appreciate her length of body, and I love everything about her on the top side of her skeleton. Man, we get some more white on this female, and she is just dynamite. But nice class. Congratulations.
Next class is pair of yearling ewes. Placing on the class of yearling ewes, first place goes to 1661, Crappie Farm, 626, Michaela Crappie, Winchendon, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 100 pounds. Second place to 1662, Crappie Farm 621, Rebecca Southwick, Winchendon, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 73. Third place to entry 1660, Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 107. Placing on the pair of yearling ewe class, first place to Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Now ready for junior ewe lambs.
I think there's lots to like in this class. You know, we haven't had a lot of numbers, but these 5 individuals out here, this is a nice lineup. You know, some differences, I think, in the top 3 that you could sort for specific preferences. But I think the combination sheep as far as fleece, build, movement, type and kind, and overall head design is the young lady sheep up here on the top. Just ultra attractive. She gets around and travels really well. Just a beautiful female when you get in front of her and study her head. I think this is a nice spot to land. The challenges in second and third for me. The sheep in second, I'll be the first to admit, her fleece hits me the hardest of anything so far today. Just love the handle, just love the look of that fleece. Super good as softness, and you get into it uniform from front to rear. I think this is a more immature female if I can read her. I still like her head quite a bit. I just think she's going to give up some overall power and shape to that class winner. But as far as a Jacob young female, she's right on pace to make a really good one from these young people here. The sheep in 3, ultra good from the side. Reads really feminine up to the front end. Like the angle to her hip. Get back and study her. No real faults or holes in her for me. Maybe gets out fleeced a little bit by the one in front of her, and just maybe gets out powered by the one directly in front of her that wins the class. So I think 3 is really logical for her. Nice combination sheep. She's probably going to be in the top 3 in a lot of different shows. She's just hard to get out of there. Maybe not the most uniform set of horns on top of her skull, but that's being critical on her. We're going to come in at 4 here. Another good moving, probably the second best moving sheep I have in the class. Get into her. I'm just going to sort her a little harder today on her fleece compared to the ones in front of her, but taking nothing away from her. If you're looking for a growthy, good doing, nice headed kind of a Jacob Ewe lamb, you're probably running her up into the second hole today, and I probably wouldn't argue with you. And then we're going to run out the class with a lilac ewe that's going to give up just a little more size and overall power, but great set of 5 here. Congratulations.
Next class is our pair of ewe lambs. Pair of ewe lambs will be your next class. Placing on the class of junior ewe lambs, first place goes to entry 1664, Crappy 647, Michaela Crappy, Winchendon, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 63 pounds. Second place to entry number 2348, Broken Rock 440, Rotel, Brian McPhee, Ashby, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 40 pounds. Third place to 1667, Rebecca Southwick, Winchendon, Massachusetts, that ewe weighing 41 pounds. Fourth place to entry 1665, Michaela Crappy, Winchendon, Massachusetts, and 5 to 1666, Rebecca Southwick, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Placing on the pair of ewe lambs, first place to Michaela Crappy, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Second place, Rebecca Southwick, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Now ready to show for Open Show Champion and Reserve Champion ewe. With no junior exhibitors, our class following the selection of our champion ewe and reserve champion ewe will be best fleece. pardon me, we will do that at the end. We will do Exhibitor's Flock, please. Exhibitor's Flock will be next.
A nice set of Jacob females here for sure. I think it's real easy. The female show, again, sorted real quick to me. This young female came out here, and I think she just kind of puts the most pieces together. Really like the color pattern, really like the head on this sheep. On top of that, she's a growthy one that reads really well. Good out through her hip as far as having some angle and some slope there too. These thicker made sheep sometimes come out a little too high for what we're looking for within the breed, but boy, she fits the bill. She's champion new easy today. Congratulations. From there, it's real close, but we're going to stick with that yearling new. I think one that's built like this, sure, we don't ever make a perfect sheep in this barn. She has her holes, but boy, there's so much to like about her outline, her up frontiness. Again, a sheep, when you talk about looking at one's head, you just really appreciate that Jacob head on that female. Congratulations.
Our open show champion ewe is our first place in the junior ewe lamb class. Entry 1664, Crappy, 647, Michaela Crappy, Winchendon, Massachusetts. The reserve champion is 1661, Crappy Farm, 626, Michaela Crappy, Winchendon, Massachusetts. We're now ready for Exhibitor's Flock. Placing on the Exhibitor's Flock, first place goes to Michaela Crappy, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Now ready for Breeder's Flock. Placing on the Breeder's Flock, first place to Michaela Crappy, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Now ready for Get of Sire. Following the Get of Sire class, we will show for Best Fleece. Placing on the Get of Sire, first place to Michaela Craffey, Winchendon, Massachusetts. Again, now ready to show for Best Fleece. Best Fleece is your next class. Final trivia question for the Jacobs. At the 2023 show, one exhibitor had the Grand and Reserve Grand Champion Ram and also the Grand Champion ewe. Who was that? Very good, Linda. It was Victoria. Yeah, Wiggins McPhee. Best Fleece goes to entry 2348, Broken Rock 440, Rotel, shown by Brian McPhee of Ashby, Massachusetts. That came out of the Junior Ewe Lamb class. We're now ready to announce our premier exhibitor and premier breeder. It's one and the same, and that goes to Michaela Craffey of Winchendon, Massachusetts. So if Michaela will come out and receive her awards. And that does conclude this year's Jacob show. Again, our judge has been Tim Gadsby of Pennsylvania. We'll be back here in the ring in just a little bit as we will go with our Cotswold show at 1:30 today. And today at 12 o'clock here in the ring, we will have a working dog demonstration. Becky Peterson will be in here at noon to do the demonstration with the working dogs.